All right, Thursday's assignment was this worksheet, 1 through 6. Friday's assignment will just be 7 through 11 on the same worksheet. Let's go over number 4. Again, even before I get started, I will always sort of section those off, just because that's how we think of those things. Plus, it makes the problem seem a little more organized, makes it a little easier, maybe. So x can't be 3. Nothing cancels. That seems a little backwards up there, but whatever's going on, it wouldn't cancel. So no holes. Vertical asymptotes would be x equals 3. Horizontal and slant we answer together. That's the Bobo, Bots, eats DC. I don't expect you to write that every time. I do expect you to think that every time. And so here's our first sort of issue: is which case is this? Bobo or Bots or eats DC? I think I heard it. Yeah, number 3 eats DC. Yeah. They're a little out of order, so if you wanted to rewrite it as negative x plus 2, maybe that would help you see it. But the degree of the top and the degree of the bottom is 1, so this is an eats DC. So no slant. And when we divide the coefficients, we get y equals negative 1. By the way, I've been writing this. I need to make sure it's clear that I say it. Your vertical asymptote is not 3. Your vertical asymptote is x equals 3. Your horizontal asymptote is not negative 1. It's y equals negative 1. I mean, that's not a big deal, but that's going to be like 1 point. Because on the test, these are probably going to be worth, there's going to be 3 of them, and they're probably going to be worth 15 points apiece. So you got to fight for every point on there. Hopefully you just get them all. But you don't want to lose little points for little things like that. All right, y-intercepts, we'll set x equal to 0. So 2 minus 0 over 0 minus 3. That would be negative 2/3. For x-intercepts, we set y equal to 0. And we remember that the only way to make a fraction 0 is if the top is 0. So x equals 2. We've got all our information. Just thinking ahead, test-wise, that's probably more than half the problem, is getting all the information. And then getting it onto the graph will be another 5 or 6 points. So all that to say, these graphs are about half the test. But that makes sense because we spent about half the unit working on these graphs. So x equals 3. Y equals negative 1. Y-intercept at 0, negative 2/3. Again, I'm not getting out a microscope and a ruler, but you better put it in between the right numbers anyway. And then 2, 0 for an x-intercept. So I feel pretty good about this left-hand branch. I got 2 points over there. On the right, I don't really know. There's nothing over there. So we need a table of values for what's going on over there. That asymptote was x equals 3, so I'll go one more past that and go to x equals 4 to see what I get. So 2 minus 4 over 4 minus 3. That would be negative 2 over 1. So 4, negative 2. If you want to do more points, you can, but man, that's tucked in there pretty tight to the curve, or to where the turn will be. So I feel pretty good about sketching this one in. Again, you got to have at least 1 point per branch. but sketch as many points as you need to make sure you feel comfortable. And by now you may have done enough of these, you start to get the feel for it. And that's good, because if you get a point that was up here, you might think, wait a minute, that doesn't look right. What did I do wrong? So you test another point and then maybe figure out what happened. Other questions on number 4?